And you done the work, man. I
Yeah.
mean, that year in 2022, you
Yeah.
end up being the bronze medalist
Yeah.
in Oregon,
Yeah.
right? So you end up shutting down your naysayers again.
Yeah.
Back on the podium.
Back on the podium.
Yeah.
Now we back at that point where
Yeah.
we started off with in 2023.
Yeah. And I think out of all the medals I've won, I think that one meant the most.
The bronze one.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
comeback medal.
Yeah. Just because, like, I think it meant the most because, like, it shut people up. I felt like I did it for, like, Lloyd and Mr. Black. I call Mr. Black, but it's Neil Black. But I don't know why it always is. I think it's just a respect thing, but, like, always, like, I felt like I did it for them too.
Yes.
Because they knew I was like a headless chicken and, like, always about. But then, like, it's like I wish they were here to see because, like now I've, like, knuckled down that, like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like they would be, like, happy.
Yeah.
And then okay, I wouldn't say I fulfilled what I didn't get the goal, but it's like, all right, cool. I got my first world medal. Like, okay, cool. Like, now I can build. And then just kept going, really. And then Commonwealth. And then Europeans. Yeah.
Current European champion.
Yeah.
And then we loop back around last year, 2023 in Budapest.
Yeah. That was a topsy-turvy year though, man. But
Yeah, you had Achilles tendonitis, right?
yeah.
How was that? All right, you came off a great season, right? Obviously, everything that came before 2022 was already iffy, right?
Yeah.
And then now you back in a situation which could be triggering, which is now you got this injury, it's gonna sideline you. Did you feel like, what was your mindset at that point in time? Were you like, man, here we go again? Or you was like, man, hold on.
Nah, you know what? I think it came down to my thing is people need to shut up and stop talking. Because it's like, at the end of the day, like, it's like, you know that Michael Jordan thing, or that Michael Jordan, I'm not saying I'm Michael Jordan, but when you say certain things, it's gonna make me work harder.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I'm very much in, if you don't say anything, I'm gonna stay like, you know, everything's good. Like Coach Gary was saying, training's good. So in my head, everything's good. Obviously I had the Achilles tendonitis and I kept getting hurt, but I was like, all right, I'm top 4 at every race with one leg. And then they were like, but I couldn't finish a race, but someone would be like, oh, he's not doing what he's supposed to do. Yeah. And I was like, all right, cool, bet. I'm gonna go. I worked harder, and then I started doing more. Then I worked like an absolute nutcase. Well, I wasn't even supposed to go Worlds at one point because I didn't do my trials. Because I pulled up with my Achilles because my Achilles started flaring up and it was again in the final. So they were like, if you don't make it around at London Diamond League, you ain't going Worlds. I was like, oh damn. So that's why I ran. I ran and I went off the wheelchair. Cause I was like, if it goes, it goes. But like, hey, I'm going Budapest. You know what I mean? So crossed the line, I ran a season best, and when I saw the time, and I was like 44.6, I was like, okay, we got a little something right here with one leg. I was like, I can do this right now. And then you know, shout out to my 2 physios, Martin Wilson and Sean Kettle, because in that time period, we were working like madmen. And that's why I say it's almost the heist, because in them 3 weeks, I think the week before London Diamond, I think maybe 10 days, I started getting into spikes because I was in flats a lot. So I was doing like repeat threes in the flats, but then there's like, oh, you need to, you know,
speed it up.
Yeah, speed it up. So I think I did like the week of, I got into spikes. And
week of
London Diamond League, got into spikes.
Okay.
And then around 44.6, I was like, okay, you can do a little something.
Yeah.
And then got treatment, ran treatment, went back to America. Coach Gary was like, it's about time you came back.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because I was in Europe for a minute. Me and Kettle were working like madmen. Like, and shout out him, man, because I don't think like our physios get a lot of love as well. Like,
It's true.
like, you know, like obviously Coach Gary's the architect, you know, but like the team around us, like family, friends, relationships, but especially our physios, man, because especially a good physio, you know what I mean? They're hard to come by. and like I got two of the best. So when Kettle like would literally treat me like every single flipping day, you know what I mean? Like to make sure I got to that line. Martin too, and I've been with him since 2014, so he's seen me like grow up in a sense as well, and it was cool, man, because like I said, we got to I wasn't even supposed to make the final, and it was funny because in the heats as well, I did what I did. I won the heat, and I was chilling, but then there was this Norwegian boy, and he ran 44.3, and I remember my agent and people coming, "You can't get the European record." I was like, "Yo, chill, man. I got this. It's like, hey, you need to get this." I was like, "Listen,
Relax,
we got this.
I got this." I was like, the lead up. I was like, I was putting some times out for the first time. I was healthy, so I was putting some times down. So when I got to the Budapest, I was like, I even said on the interview, I was like, and I mean this again, I said this respectfully, like everyone keeps talking about Wade and Stevie, but it's like, yo, I'm here as well, you know, like I just got a medal, so I'm here. And then I don't know if I came across like cocky, but I meant it, like, yo, I'm not doing all this damn work to just be a participant, you know what I mean? I'm here to like compete. So obviously I did the heats, and then the semifinals, like I actually felt my calf go in the semi, like, but is that bravado, like I chilled and like I kind of like looked at the Norwegian like, bitch. Nah, but he chilled, like he the next up, but at the same time I was like, yeah, I'm here. Remember, I'm the European, like this is my house kind of thing. So I did the semifinals and ran like eased down like completely, because I like the heats and the semis, because it's like you kind of like put people in the place, you know. It's like you got to puff out your chest a little bit, and the more you shut down the people, the more like
it's a mind game that you lead up to the finals. Yeah.
It's funny because I saw V and Watson, but I was happy with V too. Me and V have this thing where every time he runs a PB, I seem to run the same PB as him. So I saw him run 44 too. I was like, oh, that's nice, V. You know what I mean? So I was like, and I saw Watson run his time, and I was like, all right, cool. And I fuck with V, like I said, like you have that respect for certain people. You know what I mean? Like we were in the same event. So when I saw him do his thing and made the final, I was like, okay, if he made it, I gotta make it, you know what I mean? Because he's a cool guy, competitive and everything, but yeah, I wanna. And he was slapping me all year as well. So I was like, I need to get back. So I was like, so I did what I did. But then when I made the final, my calf was playing off. But I was keeping like a poker face, because I was getting treatment by Kettle. Martin was doing what he was doing as well with treatment. But I was like, man, I gotta do this. Poker face, Coach Gary, because Coach Gary, as much as he's chill on the circuit, and I noticed as well, when it comes to like the champs, he be nervous too. I'll be like,
listen, they all be nervous.
Hey,
all them coaches be nervous.
All be nervous. It's funny. But he's like, how'd you cough? I'll be like, it's good. But in my head, I was like, oh, this shit hurt. And then people were like, and it's funny as well, people kept saying, oh, you got out too hard, you did this, you did that. I was like, I ran exactly the same time to 200 in the semifinal. I did everything pretty much the same, but I ran the top bend a bit harder, because on the top bend, my calf actually properly went. So I felt it go. I was like, oh, fuck this, I ain't stopping, because it's the final. So and the only time you do that is at the Olympics, where if it's gonna go, you're gonna let it go. You're gonna let it go. You know what I mean? That's just it's a crazy thing to say. Like, I'm gonna tear, and if it tears, it tears. But it's like it's a final. It's a world final, and I was like, I can medal. I got a chance to win this. I was like, yo, there's no one here. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, I'm gonna keep going. Every step, I was like, ow.
This is what, the last 50
The last
meters?
50, and so it went on the top bend, because every time my calf played up in races, it was always on the bend. So I remember like my Coach Gary and the physios were always like, okay, you got back to first bend. Ah, cool. He's on the straight, fine. And when you get to the top bend, it's like, oh, please. But I got onto the top bend and I felt it coming out. So I kicked at 150. That was stupid, but my calf went around there and literally I felt it like grab. But I was like, oh, nah.
You felt the grab and then you went, or you
No,
went and then you felt it?
I felt it grab. So I was like, all right, cool, fuck it, go.
Yeah.
So I was just kept going. And then I was like, but I didn't feel like lactic. So, you know what I mean? But every step that I could feel the power going, but I could feel like every time I was taking a step, I could feel it grab worse and worse and worse. So I was like, please just get to the freaking line. I could feel them coming. So like, yeah, I mean, like, in a sense, it was weird because when I did cross the line, obviously Watson won, and respect to him because it's like the first Jamaican who won a world medal and like God since Bert Cameron.
Yeah.
And like that's a big thing, you know what I mean? 21 years of age, but I was like, I was a bit like, I wasn't disappointed, but I was like, okay, there's more. Cause I was like, in my head, I was like, yeah, that's my first. That was the moment where I was like, I'm gonna run 43. Like I knew in my head.
No, because if you get over this calf situation, ain't nobody gonna touch you.
Yeah. I was like, all right, cool. That was there's been times in my life where I was like, I can run 43, but that solidified everything in a sense. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm with the big boys, you know what I mean? Like the Karanis, the Wades, Stevies, all them, and now obviously Watsons and them people there. But I was like, all right, if I'm healthy, like cool.
But you still achieved a great feat.
Yeah,
PB,
it's
European record.
Yeah.
And the silver medal is your highest earner medal. So you're going up the steps, you're going bronze, silver,